guys, this video is going to be a little rough, but I'm going to go through this PowerPoint for you so you could listen to it if you needed to. And as well, I'm going to give you a sample and show you how I would go about a topic and research and finish it up really quickly. Here we go. Okay, so research essays. Argumentation is just the act of arguing and keeping in mind your audience and tone. Your goal is to convince your audience that your viewpoint is valid and that they should agree with you, and that you understand their viewpoints. It should never come across as insulting to them or anything like that, because otherwise they'll stop listening, and you have to think of how you feel when you're being argued with. If you don't feel like you're being listened to, then you're not going to listen in return. So you have to think of your audience. And with these two topics, you're looking at Alabama farmers and American veterans and those currently serving in our military. Your tone is the emotion that you put forth through your words. For this essay, it's going to be serious and inspirational, because if you can inspire them, your essay is going to catch their eye, because they're reading thousands and thousands of essays. So yours has to flip. So you got to catch them fast and keep them. Your voice cannot be imitated from person to person. And this is why teachers can tell if you didn't complete your work yourself, because it's kind of like your fingerprint through your words and the way you put things together and your ideas. You know, I need to see you in what you write. You should avoid slang and contractions. With these essays, you are allowed to use first person, so keep that in mind. But you need to put the information forward as you would really see it. So with writing, you have to worry about something called rhetoric. Rhetoric is just the ability to argue and hold discussion. And there are many methods. I'm going to talk about 4 methods here that I think you should try to use in your essays if you want to win that money. So the first one is ethos, and this is based in ethics. Ethics is the sense of what's right and wrong. So ethos is about trust. It's about whether the audience can trust what you have to say. You see this in commercials a lot, like especially for athletic shoes. Athletes typically are spokespeople. Michael Jordan shoes are a prime example. And it all started with him representing it and people trusting what he had to say about athletic shoes. With you, your ethos is going to come through in your serious tone and the research you conduct. So all the information you have, if you know your stuff and you're being serious about the topic, they are also taking seriously. They're going to read your essay and you're going to win. Pathos is like the prefix in pathological. Pathological liars, for instance, are emotionally addicted to the act of lying. So pathos is about emotion. So what you're going to do with pathos is try to make your audience feel an emotion. Now, I would prefer that you make your audience feel inspired by you, but speakers use pathos in all different ways. You can make some angry, sad, or joyful. Joyful, you have like Miss Stockman trying to pump you guys up for something. Anger, if one friend is talking to a group of friends about why they should all be mad at someone, they're going to try to get everyone angry too. Sadness, you've got those commercials where it shows abused and starving animals and it's trying to get you to be sad so you'll donate money to their cause. We're trying to make ours feel inspired. Logos. Logos is using a logic. Logic is the way you think about things. So you're appealing to your audience by making them think the way you do. It's going to be seen in your commentary, your conclusion paragraph, and through your evidence. Really easy shortcut for logos is if-then statements with your commentary. You can say, if this happens, then this happens. And then if that happens, then this happens. You can use that. Don't use it every time, but it's an easy way to help people think the way you do. The last device is anaphora. Anaphora is just the repetition of a series of words at the beginning of closely connected sentences. So a prime example is the I have a dream speech. It's very effective, and I included the video so that you can really see the effect it has on you. It gives us chills down our spine a little bit. I don't know why that is, but people love that. So that's a really easy way to get some pathos going with your audience. Okay, so your prompts for the Farm City Essay Contest is going to Why does farming Alabama a sweet place to be? And then the Patriots Pen Essay Contest. Your prompt is, what is patriotism? So your first step is to brainstorm. Before you even start any research, think and list out a few reasons you have off the top of your head to answer. Do that. So what is patriotism to me? List out what it is to you and what it isn't. That is definitely where I would start, because you're going to need at least 3 of those to write your essay, because you have to have 3 body paragraphs. So step 2, you're going to select 3 of those answers for the yes side. These are going to be your supporting details. Remember that. Step 3, you're going to pick one of those that you think your audience may not necessarily agree with, or may not see, or may not understand completely. Because you're going to kind of have to argue with yourself for a minute to let them know, even if they disagree with you, that you're listening to them and you understand, but that your answer is right. Step 4, you're going to write your thesis statement. You're going to list the 3 pieces of evidence in your thesis statement, and you're going to list them in the order in which you talk about them. And that last one, where you had to come up with why, your audience may disagree with it, you're going to list that last, and I'll tell you why later. Step 5, you're going to research each of your 3 supporting details. Do not use reference sites like Wikipedia, WikiHow, Yahoo Answers, any kind of encyclopedia, any kind of reference site. None of those will work. And I'll show you what I'm looking for. But you can't have more than 5 sources, and you have to have at least 2 sources. You're going to take notes on a piece of paper, and only take notes of what you need. What actually can you use as evidence for your supporting details? Don't take too many notes. This shouldn't take too long. You'll see. Step 6, you're going to follow an outline. I've got a neat video here about the hook. And I need to change that video is to your left there. You're going to overview the topic with some pathos going on, and you can use some anaphora there. Then you're going to lead into it and give your thesis statement, your body paragraph, number 1. You're going to go through all that, and I'm going to put a video of the bibme.org. Well, really not. It's going to be inside this video. You need to make sure you introduce your evidence and you cite it. We'll get to that in a second. Your third body paragraph, your paragraph 4, is going to have that counterclaim and rebuttal, and that's why you had to mention it last in your thesis statement. Your 5th paragraph, you're going to have an overview of your essay and evidence and stuff. You're going to have a paraphrase thesis statement. It needs to be worded completely different. This is not a time to just rearrange the sentence. This is look up different words, really put it differently. And then you need counterclaims and rebuttals. A counterclaim is an opposing viewpoint presented in argumentation only for the purpose of arguing against it. That's the only reason you're mentioning it. You should never sound like you're agreeing with them, but you should never sound insulting to them either. And you're going to say something like, while some may say blankety blank, 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 this is why they should look at it this way, blankety blank, 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 blank. And there's your due dates. So it's October 30th and November 2nd. You have the ability to do 2. If you wanted to do 2 and get that 100 bonus points, then you're really going to have to work. And I'm going to work all this on my Google Docs, which is how I would want you to do it. And I'll post this document here as well. Sample. And I'm going to keep it very, very simple so that you can truly see the process. Let's say my prompt is, why should they still make mint chocolate chip ice cream? And my audience, the Bluebell ice cream executives. We're at a board meeting, and I've got to convince them to save mint chocolate chip because they want to get rid of it. I honestly like this one because it helps you see how you can argue for something that people would potentially disagree with. My brainstorm, I'm going to say for yes, 3 reasons would be, I'm going to say mint chocolate chip is a classic flavor. And then I'm going to say mint is refreshing. And mint chocolate chip is a great way to end a meal. And then on my no side, I'm going to say chip. The opposite of that is mint chocolate chip is older. And honestly, that means the same thing. So that one's not going to work. Some people don't like mint flavor. Last one, I'm going to say some people think it tastes like toothpaste. I'm going to select 3. I only made 3, so I'm working with those 3, and I'm going to craft my thesis statement. Now, I need to keep in mind, I need to pick my counterclaim and rebuttal. And because this is a great way to end a meal, and I'm thinking after you eat, maybe you want to brush your teeth, and I'm thinking toothpaste, I'm going to match those up, and I'm going to delete these 2 rows here because that's my counterclaim and rebuttal. My thesis statement is going to restate the prompt. Why should they still make mint chocolate chip ice cream? And I am going to say mint chocolate chip is one of the best flavors of ice cream because it has a classic flavor, is refreshing, and it is a great way to end a meal. And now I have to do some research here. Mint chocolate chip is a classic flavor. So how could I answer that? I could start by looking when it started being made. Chocolate chip. When was it invented? Try that. Yes, I'm using Google. Now we've got McCormick. I don't think that that is a good site to use because they're selling something. I know McCormick makes spices. Let's not do that. Wikipedia. Nope. Find any answer. I don't like Kiora. That's a big no-no. Keep looking. I'm liking this because it ends in org. St. Joseph County Public Library. I like that. I'm going to go with this. Okay. It was invented as part of a culinary competition to honor the upcoming marriage of Princess Anne and Captain Mark Phillips in 1973. Now, the key is to read that, remember what you can, and record it. Quotes don't go over well in essay contests. For some reason, they don't like it. So I would strongly suggest not doing quotes and doing paraphrases. So I can use the word royal marriage. I can say cooking competition and kind of go from there. So research, mint chocolate chip was invented in 1973 as part of a cooking competition for an upcoming royal wedding. I'm going to include the words ice cream, be more specific. Okay, now I need to cite or say where I got this information. You're going to copy the URL. Going to copy the name of the website, then the organization, author, a date, title. Let's keep going. Website, this is the St. Joseph County Public Library. And really, that's the organization. On the 22nd of 2014. Okay. Let's see. This doesn't really have a title other than July 18th. But I'm going to put that, that's really the only evidence I'm getting from that, I think. I'm just going to, because I'm doing this video, I'm just going to do one piece of evidence per paragraph so this video isn't 1,000 years long. One evidence there. And then the next one is refreshing. Okay, so I'm thinking refreshing, and I'm thinking mint aromatherapy benefits. Medical news today. Healthline. Aromatics. I'm liking this. That looks very official. Let's try that one. Blah, 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 blah. Health purposes. Digestive disorders. It's for irritable bowel syndrome, digestive problems, a common cold, sinus infections, headaches, other conditions. It improves mental function and reducing stress in aromatherapy. I'm going to use that. In aromatherapy, peppermint oil is promoted for treating coughs and colds, reducing pain, improving mental function, and reducing stress. Nothing else here. I can also say it's been used for several thousand years, but let's focus on the aromatherapy here. So it's used for, I'm going to say mental function and reducing stress, since I'm talking about refreshing, and those two things would work. I can't say reducing stress though. I can say calming, and I can't say improving mental function. I can say helps the brain. Okay. And just really simplify it. I'm sorry. Evidence here. Mint is used in aromatherapy. And I can reuse that word because there's not a synonym for it. Just be careful with that. Mint is used in aromatherapy to help the brain and to calm the user, I guess would be the thing to do there. URL, control copy, plug that in there. Website, this is the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health. National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health. Author. No. Got some references here. These are often very, very handy for when you're like want to do further research, because you can just click on a link and get yourself another source. We've got October 2020 here. But I am not seeing an author. Office of Dietary Supplements. Looks like it's the author here because, okay. October 2020. And the title of this is Peppermint Oil. Just going to copy and paste that. Do not copy and paste otherwise. Quote. Okay. And my next piece of evidence is that it is a great way to end a meal. So I'm going to think of mint into a meal and why that benefits. So mint benefits for end of meal. Colgate. They're selling me something. Who is Elizabeth Ryder? Let's look and see. She wants us to drink peppermint tea. I want to see if she's selling me peppermint tea, because if she's selling me peppermint tea, I can't go after this one. Benefits of peppermint tea. After. Okay. She's talking about peppermint tea. She's a blogger though, and I don't know if she knows what she's talking about here, to be sure. So medical news today. Raw or at the end of the cooking process? No. Mint stimulates. Okay, this looks good. Food.ndtv.com. Going with this. Mint aids digestion. No thanks. It aids digestion. So let's say aids digestion, because that's a great way to end a meal. I can't say aids digestion, but I can say help. Mint helps the body digest food better. That's a very simple way of putting it, but we will just leave it at that because that's all we need. So the title of this is Mint Benefits, 10 Incredible Health Benefits of Mint or Pudina That You Must Know. And the date was April 25th, 2018. Okay, so I have my 3 pieces of evidence here. I'm ready to go. Outline, I'm just going to talk my outline because I'm a grown-up and I have my outline memorized at this point. You do not, so I would strongly suggest doing an outline. Start my essay. Do not do a title first. So I want to hook my audience. So, everyone, I'm going to start with a generalization here. Everyone has a favorite frozen treat they turn to when they need refreshment on a hot day or even a hard day. Perhaps you can even bring in some second person here. For you, that is raspberry sherbet. Perhaps, and I'm doing my anaphora now, perhaps it is creamy homemade vanilla ice cream. Perhaps it is orange dreamsicle. Whatever the preference, however is always separated off by commas. Whatever the preference, however, that favorite frozen treat cannot be replaced. For many, and this is my lead into my evidence, for many, that favorite just happens, and this is my voice here that you're seeing, that favorite just happens to be the irreplaceable and distinctive mint, I'm going to capitalize it to make it stand out, chocolate chip ice cream. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. I'm going to go up here and find my thesis statement. Bam. There it is. Just going to copy it. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Everyone has a favorite frozen treat they turn to when they need refreshment on a hot day or even a hard day. Perhaps for you, that is raspberry sherbet. Perhaps it is creamy homemade vanilla ice cream. Perhaps it is an orange dreamsicle. Whatever the preference, however, that favorite frozen treat cannot be replaced. For many, that favorite just happens to be the irreplaceable and distinctive mint chocolate chip ice cream. Mint chocolate chip is one of the best flavors of ice cream because it has a classic flavor, is refreshing, and is a great way to end a meal. Dang, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to talk about the classic flavor. First, mint chocolate chip ice cream has been enjoyed. Huh. Well, this is passive voice, and you should avoid it. So mint chocolate chip ice cream is not doing anything here, and it's having something done to it. So either I can change my subject or change my object. I'm going to change my subject. I'm going to say, people around the world have been enjoying mint chocolate chip for decades. And then I'm going to introduce my evidence according to, spaghetti-o, where'd it go? My bad. This video is taking forever. Yay. Oh, duh. My bad. Okay, I'm going to go up here. Let's see. Just going to plug this in. And then I'm going to have to change my, but because I put it in my own words, I'm good. And then I need to, sorry, I got distracted. I need to go pick up my son from daycare, and I'm trying to get this done in 6 minutes. Don't think it's going to be possible. Yeah. Awesome. Here at the school at 5:24 p.m., helping you get your bonus points is my goal in life. According to the St. Joseph Public Library, was it really according to them, though? Because this author submitted it. Tough. But I guess for the purpose of showing you how to do this, I'm just going to say St. Joseph Public Library. Here we go. According to the St. Joseph Public Library, that's what I said, so that was okay. And then I'm going to say, this is my logos here. I'm showing my train of thought. As it is 2020, that means mint chocolate chip ice cream has been I don't want to say enjoyed again. Enjoy. Savored, has been savored for almost 50 years. You always, I'm going to do an exclamation mark because that's going to help with my pathos. It's going to encourage them to feel excited. I'm allowed to put years out in numbers, but 50 is under 100, so you have to type it out. For almost 50 years. And now I need my commentary 2, which is going to show how it is the best flavor of ice cream. And I'm going to show some logic here. So if since it has been around so long, one would imagine that many families and individuals have built traditions around this delicious, I don't want to say treat again. I'm going to say dessert. Now I need to end with something to make a person think about it, which is a very difficult thing to do. And that's precisely why mint chocolate chip is a perfect example for you. So you can see how if you can do it with mint chocolate chip ice cream as a topic, then you can do it with anything. Let's see, traditions. I've got how it's been around forever. I'm going to talk about traditions. Traditions and how those are comforts for us, I guess. So Perhaps this history is why this flavor is a comforting comfort to so many. Well, I'm going to talk about my next thing. Look here, it's refreshing as well. The distinctive, and I've already used that, the unique, you don't want to use the same words over and over, as well, the unique mint flavor is refreshing. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to start off with according to, because that's the easiest way for you guys to do this. This is your first time. So let's see. According to the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health. I'm going to copy that. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to go up, since I did this myself and wrote this myself and know that it has not been plagiarized. I'm going to put that there. So here, I'm going to change that. It is used in aromatherapy. I'm going to take out the user because I don't like, I don't know, the word user sounds wrong. Mint is used in aromatherapy to help the brain and to calm. I'm going to say it. Calm the mind, because mind is more spiritual, I suppose. Mind. Let's say that. I'm going to say to thee here, because that doesn't make sense. Okay, and now I've got to do my commentary one. And I'm going to show my logos here. So it's aromatherapy. It's going to calm the mind. So that means that in addition to the known effects of chocolate, that means that in addition to the known effects of chocolate, a person, okay, I've used savoring, I've used enjoying, a person eating, partaking, now let's just say eating. Mint, chocolate, chip, ice cream is calmed and restored. Calmed, restored, and has satisfied his sweet tooth. And then perhaps, okay, so now I've got to talk about how that makes it a classic flavor, or that it's the best flavor. Okay. While eating ice cream is calming in many situations, many people, those who seek out mint chocolate chip, and I'm sick of saying it. The added benefits of let's say, therapeutic benefits of mint. Okay, you see I'm using perhaps here, and now I use perhaps here and here. That's my anaphora, so it's connecting it all for my audience. So I'm going to start perhaps here too. Perhaps this chemistry is why the flavor, why mint chocolate chip soothes so many, and then your last one, you're going to do the counterclaim and rebuttal. So mint helps the body digest food better. I said for my counterclaim and rebuttal that some people think it tastes like toothpaste. So I'm going to say, while some may say, you don't want to say many, because then that sounds like you're in the minority, and that does not need to be the case. And because this is a generalization, you can get away with this. While some may say that mint chocolate chip ice cream reminds them of toothpaste, maybe that is why it is such a great way to end a meal with its, and I'm going to really counteract it. I'm going to say it's subtle mint flavor, with its subtle mint flavor, because I'm trying to get across that really they're wrong about that toothpaste thing. And so I'm going to go up here and get my evidence and say, according to NDTV, don't like that. According to NDTV, I'm going to say the author's name because that sounds more reputable. I'm going to use that. Mint helps the body digest food better. After meals to help the body digest food better. And then I'm going to explain that. So that's why mint chocolate chip is good. So one may say relish a delectable scoop of mint chocolate of, I'm going to say this pastel green treat. I don't know. A scoop of this pastel green. I'm just going to say pastel. Pastel. Treat. Sorry. One may relish a delectable scoop of this pastel treat for the sweetness or creaminess or sweetness, creaminess, or decadence. But also get the unique benefit of digestion or digestive benefit. Okay. One may relish a delectable scoop of this pastel treat for the sweetness, creaminess, or decadence, but she may also get the unique digestive benefits that mint offers. And now I need to say why that's the best. After any meal, a person can enjoy this ice cream and see the effects of its mint decadence for themselves. I'm going to say people because I said themselves. Perhaps this, I want to say chemistry. Perhaps this benefit is why mint chocolate chip perfect after dinner flavor. So my conclusion. So the first thing I should do, according to my notes, is I need to give an overview. I'm going to say in all, and not in inclusion. And you don't say in this essay or in this paragraph. Never refer to your own writing. I'm going to say in all, mint chocolate chip ice cream is an American. Well, actually, since it was invented in the UK, is a culinary staple that deserves its place on the table or at the table. Okay, I like that. It has much to offer from its creamy sweetness to its chocolate decadence. Do you want to say decadence again, though? Decadence, indulgence, to its chocolate indulgence, to its minty refreshment. And I'm kind of covering, what I brought up. My evidence and everything. I need a mic drop. And that's going to be very hard to do with mint chocolate chip ice cream. So perhaps your mother or father once exclaimed Don't knock it till you try it. And in the case of this mint chocolate chip ice cream, I'm going to separate it off by commas because we have a compound sentence. And then on top of that, I have to separate this off because it's a prepositional phrase because we start with in here and we end with mint chocolate chip ice cream. So we have a prepositional phrase and we need to separate it off there. And in the case of mint chocolate chip ice cream, one could certainly say the same. That's a good enough mic drop for me. So let's read it all together and review it. Sorry, I'm in my garage. I got mosquitoes up in here, apparently. Delightful. Okay, and then we also want to edit and review. Make sure it sounds good. Make sure we don't use first person pronouns. Second person pronouns are a little okay. Just don't use them too much. And then we also need to format. And I'm going to show you how to do that here as well. So everyone has a favorite. We're also looking for a title. Everyone has a favorite frozen treat they turn to when they need refreshment on a hot day or even a hard day. Perhaps for you, that is raspberry sherbet. Perhaps it is creamy homemade vanilla ice cream. Perhaps it is an orange dreamsicle. Whatever the preference, however, that frozen treat cannot be replaced. For many, that favorite just happens to be the irreplaceable and distinctive mint chocolate chip ice cream. Mint chocolate chip is one of the best flavors of ice cream because it has a classic flavor, is refreshing, and is a great way to end a meal. As well, First, people around the world have been enjoying mint chocolate chip for decades. According to St. Joseph Public Library, mint chocolate chip ice cream was invented in 1973 as part of a cooking competition for an upcoming royal wedding. As it is 2020, that means mint chocolate chip has been savored for almost 50 years. Since it has been around so long, one would imagine that many families and individuals have built traditions around this delicious dessert. Perhaps this history is why this flavor is a comfort to so many. As well, the unique mint flavor is refreshing. According to the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, mint is used in aromatherapy to help the brain and to calm the mind. That means that in addition to the known effects of chocolate, a person eating mint chocolate chip ice cream is calmed, restored, and has also, calmed and restored, all while satisfying his sweet tooth. While eating ice cream is calming in many situations to many people, those who seek out mint chocolate chip ice cream get the added therapeutic benefits of mint. Perhaps this chemistry is why mint chocolate chip soothes. While some may say that mint chocolate chip ice cream reminds them of toothpaste, maybe that is why it is such a great way to end a meal with its subtle mint flavor. I don't know if that works, so maybe I'm going to say the mint flavor is far more subtle
Subtle means like barely noticeable. The subtle flavor, the mint flavor is far more subtle and is, because I don't think that logic can be followed, and I'm too tired to know why or be able to explain why. The mint flavor is far more subtle and is why it is a great way to end a meal. And then I don't need subtle mint flavor again, so I'm going to delete that. So I'm going to reread that. While some may say that mint chocolate chip ice cream reminds them of toothpaste, the mint flavor is far more subtle and is why it is a great way to end a meal. According to Shushmita Sengupta, mint is used after meals to help the body digest food better. I'm going to say mint may be used instead, because I don't want to lie and say that it's always used. Mint may be used. And I'm not using maybe because maybe means perhaps, and I'm not using perhaps. Mint may be used after meals to help the body digest food better. One may relish a delectable scoop of this pastel treat for the sweetness, creaminess, or decadence, but she may also get the unique digestive benefits that mint offers. After any meal, people can enjoy this ice cream and see the effects of its mint decadence for themselves. Perhaps this benefit is why mint chocolate chip is the perfect after-dinner flavor. In all, mint chocolate chip ice cream is a culinary staple that deserves its place at the table. I'm going to say that truly deserves, because it just sounds better. Truly deserves its place at the table. It has much to offer, from its creamy sweetness to its chocolate indulgence to its minty refreshment. Perhaps your mother or father once exclaimed, "Don't knock it till you try it." And in the case of mint chocolate chip ice cream, one could certainly say the same. I like it. It's beautiful. Okay, so formatting. How you're going to format this. It's going to look funky on here. I'm going to change my view to print layout so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to highlight all this. And this has to be formatted this way. So pay attention. You're going to go up here to font, and you're going to change it to, good. I'm going to say PT serif. That looks good. PT serif. It cannot be bold, and it needs to be 12 points. I hope you see how I'm changing it here. And then you're also going to double space it. So you go to format, make sure it's all highlighted, and you go to line spacing, and then change it to double. And it should look just like this. It should be, you should let your words amaze, not your font. Don't attempt to do it that way. And then we need to come up with our title. No additional space. And you're actually not going to put your name on this. Your name is going to go up here when you save. So you're going to save this as your essay contest. So it's Farm City Essay. So I'm going to say it's an ice cream contest, all one word, and then a hyphen, and then my name, like that. And you're going to submit it that way. You're not going to submit it by sharing. I don't think. I hope not. We'll figure out how we submit it. But this is how it should look. And then the last thing is that I need to cite my sources. This is not as fun. So I'm going to go to bibme.org. It's spelled bibme.org. I'm going to hit enter. And this is a tricky website, so pay attention. Okay, you're going to hit, you don't have to sign in. You do not have to create an account. You're going to hit, I only want to create citations. You're going to click MLA. And then you're going to go to, websites. And you're going to type in those URLs here. So to format, you're not going to have your name because you have to be judged objectively, which means without emotion or connection. And this is just in case someone knows you or whatever. So you're actually not going to put your name on the actual essay. You're going to highlight the whole thing and do PT serif 12. Your title should be centered, not underlined, and not in quotations, because when you do that, it means it belongs to someone else, and you have probably worked decently hard to do this. Okay, and then what we're doing now is we are going through and adding our citations here, as you see with my according to sentence there. And then I'm creating a bibliography at the end, and the bibliography is titled Bibliography. We are putting this in order of alphabetical order, and then we're getting these from BibMe. And this is, you go to Format, and you go to Align and Indent, and indentation options, special indent, hanging, and then Apply. And it should do it automatically, but I'll show you how to do the next one. So we haven't done the in-text citation for this. We're going to go to BibMe, if it's even still there, because my internet is giving me a lot of trouble today, apparently. And of course, my internet has crashed, which is, oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my bibliography I have here. And we clicked MLA website, and we put the URL here. Just a reminder, if nothing else. And this is the one I need, the parenthetical. Parenthetical is the one that goes inside in parentheses. That's why it's called parenthetical. I click parenthetical and wait 1,000 years. And this is your parenthetical in the gray here. And you're going to just, oh wait, you can hit copy and paste. And then you're going to go back to your text, find where you used it, and plug it in. So I said according to here, so I need it here. I'm going to go between the word and period, hit space. I'm going to hold down Control, Shift, and V, and it matches my formatting, and then I do nothing else. Okay, and then the next one, Shushmita Sengupta is who I'm looking for now. So I'm going to go to add another citation to my bibliography. Then I've got to go back and get the URL of that source. I'm going to hit Control, hold down Control and C to copy. Go back here and hold down Control V to paste. Search website. Hopefully this one is even there. It'd be really cool if it was. Yay. Okay, and then hit select. It has mostly everything except for the author. So I'm going to hit final step. And then the author was, well, I'm not even going to pretend, Shushmita Sengupta. Shushmita I can't remember how it's spelled. And you do have to care about it this much, because if you misquote and it's the wrong person and your stuff gets published because you won the essay contest, you can get in big trouble, and then everything's taken away from you, and that's not good. Hit create citation. Always do your best. Always be careful to make sure your spelling is correct and such, especially with people's names. You don't want to insult anyone. So you go here, and it's usually highlighted in yellow, and you're going to hit copy and paste. This is S, comes after G and P. Yay, I have it easy. You may not have it so easy, because you do have to have it in alphabetical order. You're going to go to the end here, hit enter. I'm going to hold down Control, Shift, and V, and it's going to match the formatting. It's all good. It's all beautiful. It's all done. Now, the last thing I have to do is do my parenthetical citation for that third source. And it's Sengupta 2018. I'm going to copy it, go back in the essay to where I used it, and I'm going to put it here, Control Shift V. Spaghetti-O. There we go. Perfect. And there we have a perfect essay contest essay. It's in perfect formatting. Your words are what should stand out. And bibliography is good. We're good to go. That's ready to submit.